Here with the men's golf coach, Greg Moore. Coach, very, very solid performance on Saturday in the second round of the Tim Kopke Invitational. A little slower start with a 315 on Friday, but then come back with a school record tying 297 on Saturday. Must be feeling pretty good, especially as the MIEC is kind of looming on the horizon here.
Yeah, it's one where, it's an interesting thing to think about where, on Friday we shoot a 315. Overall not a bad score, but it still put us in 15th out of 19 teams, and it wasn't a place we wanted to be, and the course scored really, really low, that day. So it was one where you're like, you're happy, but you're not satisfied because of the way everybody else shot. So we still were pretty disappointed with our standing on the leaderboard. To turn around with a 297, it was the second best team score of the day, just behind Carthage, who shot a 296. It was a very nice turnaround and definitely showed some composure out of our young men to step up and shoot around that quite honestly, I've always known they were capable of. So it's nice to finally meet those expectations and not be bashing my head against the wall thinking what's going on. So
talk a little bit individually. You had some really solid performances, really all tournament long, but that second round, you've got Aiton and Brote both had 72s, and that just starts it. And when you have some really low scores to choose from, it kind of makes your job a little bit easier, at least a little more rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you, I can't say enough about David Aiton. Coming in as a junior last year, my first year coaching, he was a perennial low to mid 80s guy. Couldn't ever crack that kind of 79 boundary, and to come in and put in the work that he's done between his junior and senior year to get where he's at, you can't say enough about him. In fact, he was 1 under on 18 and double bogeyed 18 to shoot a 72. So we could have actually had the school record, but I think it's golf. It happens. So no, it's great seeing, and obviously Kyle Brote has been kind of a staple of our team for the last couple of years, being a sophomore. Always a guy that we're kind of expecting for a nice low round, and he continues to deliver. So and not to leave anybody out, Brett Jackson, coming back from injury, had a little bit of a rough day on Saturday. But you're right, it's nice having the little bit of depth we have now where you can have a bad day and still have 4 other guys up there to pick you up and pick up your scores so that we can still throw in a decent round as a team.
Now talk a little bit about this weekend because, like I said, the MIC it's out there. It's coming up shortly. You're heading to Galena, Illinois for the Midwest Region Classic hosted by Benedictine. Your expectations, your team's expectations have to be a little bit higher or lower, so to speak, in golf terms, heading into a tournament like this after what you guys did last weekend.
It is in some respects, but in the other side of the coin is we want to make sure that we're not getting overconfident and not trying to do too much. I think we caught a little bit of trouble with that with the Augsburg Invitational. We're coming off a great round at Highland National against McAllister, and now all of a sudden you just have this abundance of confidence, and now you think you can do anything. And in fact, the matter remains. It's still a tough golf course. There's going to be a lot of really, really good teams this weekend, and we just need to make sure that we are putting ourselves in good positions on the course to shoot, a good score. And par is a good score, so we need to make sure we're hitting fairways, we're putting the ball on the greens, and giving ourselves easy 2-putts for pars, and hopefully that when we have 5 people all working together to do the same thing, that hopefully the scores will all add up and we'll have a decent team score that we can be proud of.
Midwest Region Classic this weekend in Galena, Illinois. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.